or come to manipulate or customize your Protoss army for the campaign. Now, when designing the War Council, we wanted something that was very dark, very foreboding, and it felt tonally appropriate to where Artanis would come to and wield the power of the Protoss army. And one of the coolest things about the War Council is that it will change over time. So as you progress through the campaign mission arcs and unlock new Protoss units, those units will start to populate and inhabit the background of the War Council. So for example, when you get to a point in the game where you unlock the Colossus will start to appear in the War Council. Other ambient units in the background there, like Void Rays, Zealots, Stalkers, and as you progress through the campaign, it really helps sell the fantasy of Protoss amassing and building a powerful army. And eventually you'll even get carriers flying out of the hangar of the War Council once you unlock them in the game. It really brings this environment, this set to life. So another set that we have is what we call the Bridge, and the Bridge is basically the command center of the Spear of Doom. Aboard the Bridge, you'll interact with different characters like Karax, or interact with familiar Terran characters like James Rayner. Now, when designing the Bridge, we wanted to create something that was very opened up to the space behind it, so you could really take in the grand vistas of the epic cosmos behind it. So, the other thing that it helps with is it helps show you where you are in the different arcs of the campaign. So, for example, when you're on the mission on Core Hall, assisting James Rayner on the surface, from the Bridge you'll see Core Hall in the background and Rayner's fleet orbiting the ships. And one of the coolest pieces of technology that's on the Bridge is that device in the middle there is what we call the Celestial Array. Now Artanis will click on that to choose what mission arcs he wants to embark on or what missions he wants to engage. It's basically a piece of UI, but it's really cool, and it creates a 3D holographic representation of the galaxy, and it really helps sell the fantasy of what high-tech Protoss is all about.
Fire is lost once more. My great vision of reclamation left in ruins. The Melzine of Shakuras ritually sever their connection to the Kala.
So that shows how at that point in the campaign, Artanis gets to choose between going to Core Hall or Shakuras. And the last video I have for you guys today is a video of the Spear of Doom showing off the scale of the ship. So as you'll see here in this video, it starts off at the tail end by the engine, and then it progresses up the side of the ship. And we want to show here is the relative scale of where the bridge sits inside the Spear of Doom. So as it comes up here, up to the front, that tiny spot is where the bridge is. And it really helps tell the fantasy of how massive this ship is. So the art team back